There was a stabbing at Maryvale High School in Arizona, and a kid died. So we got a few videos to watch with that, and just to see what it's all about. So, like always, you just gotta pray for the parents and the kids. I don't understand why. Is some might be something in the air now, but more kids are stabbing each other, especially in schools. But absolutely crazy. Let's get into it.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Well, we start off this hour with a really, really tragic, terrible story out of the Phoenix area. Live picture there over downtown Phoenix. Take a look at this. This is what we know. Officials with the Arizona Department of Education saying that one student is dead following a stabbing there at a Phoenix high school today. Police say there are no longer any threats to students or staff members. And so we've been listening to some of these Phoenix officials, including Mayor of Phoenix, Kate Gallego, update us on this, on the scene. This was just from last hour. Let's listen.
Here, I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. I wish we were here under different circumstances. Today, we lost a high school student at school. Schools should be safe places. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of those impacted, the educators, the students. It's a top priority to work closely to make sure that we can make schools as safe as possible. I'm thankful to the first responders who responded quickly. We want to thank all of the partners. We have a deep partnership with Phoenix Union High School District. The superintendent is here with us today. The city council and I have let her know that we're committed to being strong partners to the school district, and that the community and the school district will work together to make sure that we do everything we can to keep our students safe. I'm also a mom, like every other parent tomorrow. It'll be a hard moment to drop a kid off at school. And so to the parents out there, know that we are working as hard as we can to make sure that schools are as safe as possible. We're thankful to the Phoenix Police Department for responding, and we'll continue to work closely with the community to get more and more information out there as it becomes available. This corner is represented by two councilwomen who are also parents of school-age children. I'm pleased to introduce one of them now who really focuses on school safety, Councilwoman Betty Guardado.
First thing, I don't like to stop it too much, but unless the kid was fearing for his life, the other kid had a weapon or something like that, I don't agree with any kind of stabbing or anything like that. I don't care if he was bullied or anything like that. You need to tell someone. I don't think you should just take his life. Yes, no one should be bullied, of course, but at the end of the day, go talk to somebody. Hey, if they don't stop it, then just don't. Then, hey, yeah, I don't think stabbing someone to death just is not reasonable to me. But I remember back in school, I just wasn't. You wouldn't think this back when I was back in school, especially in high school. I wouldn't think that a stabbing would happen or a shooting. We did drills for it, but it just never crossed my mind. That's crazy. Let's keep going.
And back out live there to the Phoenix skyline. So wanted to let you listen to Mayor of Phoenix, Kate Gallego. We also have some of our Fox 10 Phoenix reporters standing by not too far from the scene, including Fox 10 Phoenix reporter Kenzie Beach. She's been out there all day covering this extremely tragic story. She joins me. Kenzie, thanks for being with us. This is a really tough one here. What more are we learning at this hour? Do we know who these students were, how this all started?
Yeah, so we don't know the identity of these two students, but we do know that it's two male students. It started as some sort of fight or altercation. We don't know what they were arguing over, but we know that these students stabbed each other. And as you've been reporting, a student died here at Maryvale High School over my right shoulder. But I do also want to touch on just how much emotion and distress you could see in parents' eyes as they flooded the perimeters of Maryvale High School today. Parents tell me that they got a text message that said they were on lockdown, but did not really include any other information, stressing that parents stay home. But parents did the opposite, as they wanted to be here and make sure their children were safe. So it was about a 2-hour lockdown here at Maryvale High School before a lot of these students were reunited with their parents. But unfortunately, one student died here at Maryvale today.
Well, see, she gave us some good information. So it was a fight and it sounded like they both stabbed each other. Absolutely.
Of the Phoenix Union Governing Board and the Phoenix Union High School District, I would like to say that we are heartbroken in response to the senseless tragedy that took place today at Maryvale High School.
A chaotic scene at Maryvale High School. Tuesday morning, the school placed on a 2-hour lockdown after a deadly stabbing.
Texted me and said, "Mom, something happened at school. We're on lockdown." I said, "I'm coming."
It was a fight between two male students. They were both stabbed and taken to the hospital, where one of them died. The school did not release much information to parents, but told them to stay home. Instead, worried parents flooded the school's perimeter.
Not until I see him will I know he's okay.
It's just like you can't even do nothing. You feel like go inside and get them. But it's just, and I had 2 kids in there.
Families cried and embraced as they were reunited.
I mean, even having to send that message is something that I thought would never have to do.
Desperate. I need to not know because he wasn't answering me, and I'm like, and I was texting her, "Where's your brother? I need you to be with your brother." "Mom, I can't." I'm like, it's desperate. At that moment, you just think of me.
Some parents were vocal, wanting to pull their kids from Maryvale High after multiple incidents like this.
It's traumatizing, and like I said, after this, I'm done with this school.
I have to make sure he's safe first, and this isn't looking good anymore.
Absolutely crazy. I wonder what the charge is going to be. They're going to have to figure out who provoked, who started the altercation. If one of them was only reacting to the other pulling out a knife, but what did they get stabbed with? Did they both have knives? See, there's so many questions.
Now, there's been a lot of questions about metal detectors. There are metal detectors here at Maryvale High School. I spoke to over dozens of students that left here today telling me that the one student was stabbed by scissors in the classroom. Now, that has not been confirmed with the Phoenix Police Department, but many of those students believe it was not something that was brought onto the campus, but rather scissors inside of the classroom.
Makes sense.
Kenzie, just a quick question. What's the schedule look like for students throughout the remainder of the week here? Is class canceled tomorrow?
That is a great question that a lot of parents are still wondering. We've heard that classes may be canceled tomorrow. But as for the rest of the week, right now, we do not have an answer about that.
All right, Kenzie Beach there live for us with Fox 10 Phoenix outside Maryvale High School. Kenzie, thanks for bringing us this story. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see if there's more that tells me.
Thanks.
Okay, in the meantime, staying with this story, you're going to hear now from more of these law enforcement officials on the scene. They were updating the press just last hour, including the Phoenix police chief. Let's listen.
This is a sad day for the greater Maryvale community. The police department understands the impact something like this has on the entire community. It encompasses grief, fear, and concern. School staff immediately notified the SSO. He responded quickly and ultimately detained one of the persons involved. School safety is a top priority for our department. We'll continue to work closely with the district and the officers and Commander Saffler, who oversees this area, to ensure that students coming to school are safe. It's a very difficult time for those affected by this tragic incident. Our detectives are currently investigating this incident, and I promise you it'll be thorough and fair investigation. And as soon as we're able to release information, we will do that. Thank you.
Okay, that was enough for that video. We got one more. We got a couple more videos to get into. So they actually, yes, we got who it is. So that's what he looks like. So let's jump over into this one.
We now know the name of the suspect charged with stabbing a classmate to death inside of Maryvale High School.
Police have identified 16-year-old Chris Aguilar as the teen responsible. Fox 10's Lauren Clark joins us now with what caused this attack.
According to police paperwork, this actually started the day before when the victim, Michael Montoya, allegedly stole a gun from Aguilar. Now, Aguilar is currently being held on a $500,000.
Oh, I know we can't just pass by that. What? He stole a gun from the victim. Well, we got to back that up, son. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
The day before, when the victim, Michael Montoya, allegedly stole a gun from Aguilar. Now, Aguilar is currently being held on a $500,000 cash-only bond and will be charged as an adult.
These are very serious allegations.
God.
Someone lost their life in a school classroom where he should have been safe.
16-year-old Chris Aguilar sits in front of a judge for the first time. He's accused of stabbing and killing classmate 16-year-old Michael Montoya inside Maryvale High School Tuesday. Phoenix officers interviewed several students who witnessed the attack. Police paperwork describes students seeing Aguilar, who typically sat in a different seat, sit right next to Montoya, punch him, then stab him 3 times. Montoya later died at the hospital from his wounds. Investigators located the weapon, described as a 4-inch pocket knife etched with Aguilar's name on the handle.
The defendant was the aggressor in the classroom, and the victim had no ability to defend himself.
Documents also suggest a possible motive. Classmates told police that Montoya robbed Aguilar of his gun the day before, and one witness claimed to overhear Aguilar talking about murdering Montoya in revenge. Aguilar is currently facing second-degree murder charges. But could there be a first-degree murder charge for premeditation?
Nothing's off the table.
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell stressing that this is still early in the investigation.
Was submitted to our office with second-degree murder, but we always keep an eye open for that. And the things that you point out are absolutely factors that we would look at. But you also have to look at premeditated to do what? To attack or to kill?
Aguilar's preliminary hearing in court will be held on August 28th at 8:30.
Okay,
Reporting here in Phoenix, Lauren Clark, Fox 10.
Wow, y'all, he stole. So the victim stole the killer's gun. A fight happened. He was mad about it, and something happened, and he got stabbed. Why did he have a gun in the school in the first place? See, oh my God, man, what is happening? He had a gun in the school. Yes, he got it stolen. I don't know why he didn't. See, it sounds like I hate to say it, but it sounds like the victim was not that good of a kid either. Yes, you didn't need to lose his life, but he stole the gun from the killer. And what did he do with it? He held on to it. He didn't tell nobody. Because I'm assuming, unless I'm living in a crazy world, having a gun in a high school is never okay, and there's no reason for it, and you can immediately get in trouble. So he didn't tell the SOS officer or the principal or whoever he could have told. He hold it on to it, because none of this would have happened if he would have been like, "Oh, I took this gun. Somebody had a gun and I took it. Here you go." But would he have gotten in trouble for taking it? I don't know. But this is crazy. So we got to get into the next one. So it looks like the kids have finally returned back to school after this. So let's watch this little video.
So the Maryvale High School community is on everyone's hearts and minds right now. They're entering a new school week, but without one of their students.
Yeah, today they will walk back onto campus in person. This is going to be the first time after a teenager lost his life on campus just last week. So our Sean Rice is outside of the school right now. Sean, how's the community doing? We know there was a vigil. We know this is the first time kids are going back to class. It's got to be a little nerve-wracking, not just for the kids, but for the parents too.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma, Allison, good morning to you both. It's an incredibly trying time for every student, parent, teacher who all call themselves a part of this Maryvale High School community. It is, of course, incredibly rare for a classroom, a place where learning takes place, where students should feel safe, to turn into a crime scene. But that's unfortunately exactly what happened here at Maryvale High School last week. And that's ultimately what led school officials to make that decision to convert in-person classes to at-home virtual learning from Wednesday to Friday of last week. And when students approach their high school this morning, this is what they'll walk by as they enter the parking lot. This is a memorial that has been set up. There are some signs on a gate that is swung open there that have Michael Montoya II's name on it. He's the victim of this awful stabbing. There are some candles and flowers here as well, all in remembrance of him. Let's take you to a picture which is shared with us from Michael Montoya II's family. This is the 16-year-old who lost his life in that stabbing incident on campus last Tuesday. Police say he was stabbed by a fellow classmate, someone he knew, 16-year-old Chris Aguilar. Now, in court records obtained by 12 News, witnesses told Phoenix police that Montoya may have recently robbed Aguilar of a firearm. Posts on social media indicate the pair were meeting up for a, quote, deal the day before the stabbing happened. Court records say that is when that alleged robbery took place.
So
now, over the next 24 hours...
Hold on. So he was selling the gun to the victim? That's what it sounds like to me. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but it sounds like he was selling the gun to the victim, and the victim stole it from him, robbed him.
There were then threats of murder made against Montoya by Aguilar and his brother.
Crazy.
Classmates reported seeing Aguilar sit in a different seat last Tuesday, right next to Montoya in class here at Maryvale High School. They reported seeing him take out a pocket knife and then stab his classmate 3 times. Teachers and fellow classmates told police they do not believe that Montoya was the aggressor, and they say he was not able to defend himself.
That was really crazy. It was really shocking. It was unreal.
Seeing the mom and the siblings and everything sad over this, and they didn't deserve this either.
We will always love you, Michael. Remember you forever. Here at Maryvale School, we will miss you so much.
Why was he buying a gun?
And after the stabbing, the Phoenix Union High School District converted all classes, as I mentioned, into virtual learning days. The district has told families they are conducting an ongoing investigation to learn how a weapon, in this case a pocket knife, was able to get onto campus, as they are a school with metal detectors at the very front of each of their entrances. Now, as for Aguilar, he is charged with second-degree murder in adult court. His case was originally in juvenile court, but there is a state law that if someone is 15, 16, or 17 years old and they're charged with as heinous of a crime as murder, their case is automatically referred to adult court, so that's where he will be prosecuted, and he's due back in court tomorrow morning. We're live in West Phoenix.
Now, see, they're not asking. I want to know why he was buying a gun in the first place, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a gun deal gone bad. He ended up getting robbed. The killer was mad that he was robbed. Then he showed up at school the next day, started to fight him and stab him, wanting to kill him. But why was the victim buying a gun? These are questions that need to be answered. Why was the victim buying a gun? What was the purpose? I was thinking that he just stole it from just seeing it or something like that, but he sounded like he was buying it. Now I might be wrong, but tell me if I misheard it. Tell me if I misheard it. But this is a wild case, everybody. This is a wild case. Tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me how much time you think the killer should get. Do you think? I don't think that it should be a factor. I don't think that the factor that he stole a gun from him matters. Well, I don't know. At the end of the day, he wanted to kill him. He sat next to him in the classroom, started the fight, and stabbed him. It looks like he was stabbed from scissors, just the victim trying to defend himself. But yeah, but the question still lingers in the back of my mind. Why did he steal the gun? Why did he buy a gun in the first place? But like I said, tell me your thoughts. And oh my God, this is a crazy situation. But y'all remember this? We talk about some heavy things. So remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's a crazy world out here, but we got to keep reviewing it. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.